Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I hope that you are having a wonderful day out there. Thank you so much for joining me. Today, we are going to listen to August 2026, There Will Come Soft Rains by Ray Bradbury from the BBC Workshop. We're listening to this track because it was suggested and sponsored by Alan. Alan, thank you so much for the recommendation. I appreciate that. Now, we've listened to a BBC workshop previously. This is going to be a new one. Now, I'm just looking up really quick. I'm just kind of getting some information about this track. And by the way, Alan said that this was when he heard this. He said he heard it at age 12 and said it's scared him or scared the life out of me when I heard it. I'm curious. I'm really curious to hear this one. Is this going to be like a jump scare kind of scary, or is it going to be like creepy in the shadows kind of scary? Let's see. So I'm just looking I'm trying to find some information about this. I'm just pulling up the first result that I Googled, which says by Ray Bradbury, There Will Come Soft Rains, adapted for narrator, vocoder, synthesizer by Malcolm Clark. The story tells of one day in the life of a house during which ghosts of its previous occupants are gradually revealed. That's fun. It's like Casper. Central to the plot, the poem, There Will Come Soft Rains, asks a question. Bradbury leaves us little doubt of his answer. Okay, so I'm going to do this really quick. Since there seems to be a poem, I'm going to Google that. It's a short story. How long is it? I have it pulled up right now. I just Googled it. Okay, it's not like long. It may be long for us to read. I don't know. We'll see. What if we do this? What if we play the music? Because the music's right here. I got it right here. What if we play it and then we can read this in our heads? How about that? Let's do that. I'm going to play the music and we'll read this in our heads. I don't want to read the whole thing. I feel like I'll bore people after a while. So I'll scroll down slowly. Here we go, guys.
August 2026.
Maybe it's going to be
There
read
Will
for us.
Come Soft Rains by Ray Bradbury. Adapted for narrator, vocoder, and synthesizer by Malcolm Clark.
The house is an altar with 10,000 attendants, big, small, servicing, attending. The ritual of the religion continues.
That's cool.
Today is August the 4th, 2026. Today is August the 4th, 2026.
That's cool.
Today is August the 4th, 2026. Today is August the 4th, 2026.
The morning house stands empty. The clock ticks on, repeating its sounds into the emptiness.
7, 9, breakfast time. 7, 9, breakfast time.
In the kitchen, the cooker gives a hissing sigh and ejects from its warm interior 16 slices of bacon, 2 cool glasses of milk, 8 pieces of perfectly browned toast, 8 eggs, and 2 coffees.
Today is August the 4th, 2026.
We're in the future.
Today is August the 4th, 2026. Today is Mrs. Featherstone's birthday. Today is the anniversary of Talita's marriage. Today, insurance is payable, as are the water, gas, and electricity bills.
Still got bills in the future.
Somewhere in the walls, computer tapes are gliding under electronic eye.
It's after 8. Tick-tock, it's after 8. Tick-tock, off to school. Tick-tock, off to work. Tick-tock, don't be late. Tick-tock, it's after 8. Tick-tock.
It's like Haunted
But
Jetsons.
no doors are slammed. No carpets take the soft tread of rubber heels.
That's creepy.
The garage door lifts and reveals inside a waiting car. The door has swung down again. It's 8:30.
I like how that
Eggs
was
are
the garage door.
shriveled and the toast is like stone. An aluminium wedge scrapes them into the sink, where hot water whirls them down a metal throat which digests and flushes them away to the distant sea. The dirty dishes are washed and sterilized. They emerge twinkling dry.
Love that.
9:15, time to clean. 9:15, time to clean.
This is like a cool radio drama, really.
Out of warrens in the wall dart tiny robot cleaning lights. All rubber and metal, they thud against chairs, whirling their moustached runners, suck at hidden dust.
Those are true dust bunnies. I love the little cleaning melody.
They have popped back into their burrows, their pink electric eyes fading. The house is clean.
If only it was that easy.
The sun has come out. The house stands alone in a city of rubble and ashes. This is the only house left standing. At night, the city gives off a radioactive glow which can be seen for miles. The garden sprinklers fill the morning air with scatterings of brightness. The water-padded window panes on the charred west side of the house have been burned evenly free of their white paint. The entire west face of the house is black, save for 5 places. Here, the silhouette in paint of a man mowing the lawn. Here, as in a photograph, a woman is bent to pick flowers. Still further over, their images etched into the wall in one titanic instant, a small boy, hands flung up into the air. Higher
Nuclear
up,
fallout.
the image of a thrown ball, and opposite him, a girl, hands raised to catch a ball which never came down.
A nuclear bomb went off. I think.
5 spots of paint remain. The man, the woman, the children, the ball.
Wow. What
The
a
rest is a thin charcoal layer.
incredible reveal right there. And visual.
The gentle sprinkler rain fills the garden with falling light. Until this day, how well the house has kept its peace. How carefully it inquires, who goes there? What's the password? And getting no answer from lonely foxes and whining cats, it has shut up its windows and drawn its curtains in an old maidenly preoccupation with self-protection, which borders on a kind of mechanical paranoia.
The house is still doing its normal routine, but there's no one there anymore. Everyone's dead. That
The
is
house
really cool.
quivers at each sound. If a sparrow should brush a window, the blinds snap up. The bird, startled, flies off. Not even a bird must touch the house. The house is an altar with 10,000 attendants, big, small, servicing, attending. But the gods have gone away, and the ritual of the religion continues senselessly, uselessly.
Tick-tock, 12 o'clock. Tick-tock, 12 o'clock.
A dog whines on the front porch. The
How do you
door
survive?
recognizes the dog's voice and opens. The dog, once huge and fleshy, has now gone to bone and is covered with sores. As he moves through the house, he leaves a trail of mud.
Typical.
Behind, angry mice. Angry at having to pick up mud. Angry at inconvenience. The offending dust, hair, or paper is seized in miniature steel jaws and is raced back to the burrows. From there, it is fed down tubes into the cellar and into the sighing vent of an incinerator, which sits like evil Baal in dark silence. The dog sniffs the air and scratches the kitchen door. Behind the door, the stove is making pancakes and filling the house with a rich, baked odor. He froths at the mouth, lying at the door, sniffing. His eyes turned to fire. He runs wildly in circles, biting at his tail. Spins in a frenzy. And dies. He remains in the parlor for an hour.
Before they clean them up.
2 o'clock.
This is so interesting to follow, and I'm curious as like where this is going.
At last, sensing decay, regiments of cleaning mice emerge, humming along as softly blown grey leaves in an electrical wind.
The robotic voice singing the time is
The dog has
a
gone.
little creep.
In the cellar, the incinerator glows suddenly, and a whirl of sparks leap up the chimney.
2:39, bridge time. 2:39, bridge time.
Bridge tables sprout from the patio walls. Playing cards flutter down into pads in a shower of pips. Music is playing.
They need to bring back radio plays like this, because this is really cool. Bridging music and story like this. This is like a little musical impasse, just a little moment. Sounds like Tangerine Dream. I like that chilly quiver that happens though.
4 o'clock.
We skip some time.
4 o'clock.
The car cards untouched, the tables fold like great butterflies.
Now I understand why this house is haunted. I get it.
Into the nursery. 4:30 into the nursery.
I like how each of these moments is accented by music that's so fittingly perfect. The nursery, so now playing something light, lullaby-ish. I need one of those.
In the nursery, animals are taking shape. Yellow giraffes, blue lions, pink antelopes, lilac panthers cavorting in a crystal substance. The walls are glass. They look out on colour and fantasy. Butterflies of delicate tissue flutter among the sharp aroma of animal spores. There is a sound like a great matted yellow hive of bees within a dark bellows. The lazy bumble of a purring lion. Now the walls are dissolving into distances of parched weed, mile upon mile, and warm, endless sky. It was the children's hour.
It's gonna be a long hour. It's like the voice becomes more distorted as it's going as well.
In the study, on a metal stand opposite the hearth, a cigar is alight, half an inch
We
of
skipped a
soft
little bit.
grey ash on it, smoking. Waiting.
Tick-tock, 9 o'clock.
Oh, 9. We're way up here.
9 o'clock.
The beds are now warm. The night is cold.
Mrs. McLennan, which poem would you like this evening?
Finally, a calm robot voice.
Since you express no preference, I shall select a poem at random. Sarah Teasdale, as I recall, your favorite.
Gotta watch out for that AI.
There will come soft rains and the smell of the ground, and swallows circling with their shimmering sound, and frogs in the pools singing at night, and wild plum trees in tremulous white. Robins will wear their feathery fire, whistling their wings on the low fence wire. And not one will know of the war, not one will care at last when it is done. Not one would mind, neither bird nor tree, if mankind perished utterly. And spring herself, when she woke at dawn, would scarcely know that we were gone.
It's right there. How fitting that the poem describes what happened.
10 o'clock. Tick-tock, 10 o'clock.
A falling tree has crashed through the kitchen window. Cleaning solvent, bottled, shatters over the stove. The room is ablaze in an instant. The house begins to die.
Interesting.
The house is trying to save itself. Doors spring tightly shut, but the windows, broken by the heat, allow the wind to suck upon the fire. 10 billion angry sparks move with flaming ease from room to room, and then to the stairs. Water rats pistol their water and run for more. The wall sprays let down showers of mechanical rain. But too late.
The last bit
The
of life
reserve water supply,
dying.
which has filled baths and washed dishes for many quiet days, is gone. The fire crackles up the stairs. It feeds upon Picassos and Matisses, baking off the oily flesh, tenderly crisping the canvases into black shavings. And now, reinforcements. From the attic trapdoors, blind robot faces peer down with mouths gushing green chemicals. But the fire is clever. It has sent flames outside the house, up through the attic to the pumps there.
The house is really
The
dying.
attic brain directing the pumps has shattered into bronze shrapnel. The house shudders, oak bone on bone, its bared skeleton cringing from the heat, its wire nerves revealed, as if a surgeon had torn off the skin to let the red veins and capillaries quiver in the scalded air.
That's really cool how they make the voices of the house melt and dissolve.
In the nursery, the jungle burns. Blue lions roar, giraffes bound off. Panthers run in circles, changing color. The animals running before the fire vanish off toward a distant steaming river.
The splendor falls on castle walls, and snowy summits open in streams. Long lighthouses blossom, the fire evaporates before.
I guess this is this part right here. It's all going haywire. It is just losing it. Is that a song? It sounded familiar. That melody. That's a song. I can't place it though. It's done.
August 2026. There will come soft rains. The voices were Eva Hatton and Jeffrey Siegel. Narrator, Garrard Green. Adapted and realized from the short story by Ray Bradbury by Malcolm Clark at the BBC Radiophonic Workshop.
That was a very, very cool listen. I think that was so interesting to hear that. The short story adapted for the BBC Workshop, like a radio drama. I thought that was so interesting how all that was performed. When did I say this came out? Looks like 1977. Okay, May 1977. I just thought that was so cool how, yes, we get a short story. We get a really cool story. I love the reveal of the shadows on the wall, and then we kind of get an idea of, like, an atomic bomb going off and seeing the silhouettes on the walls of the people and everything happening there, which is a really cool way that was revealed. And then having the actual poem, There Will Come Soft Rains, be something in universe or in the story itself, pretty much revealing exactly kind of what happened and how even if mankind disappeared, nothing would really change. Like, the earth wouldn't miss mankind in a sense. I thought that was really, really cool how that was done. The sounds were really well done as well. I love the vocoder used to enact the house and be that last character that remained. And even it said when the fire started, 10 more people died, or 10 more. It said 10 more souls, people, something like that. 10 more voices died. That's what it is. I'm looking at it right now. And I just love how, you get the buildup of story, and then quite literally the destruction of everything that was built up. We went through, the different routines, the kitchen, the breakfast, the nursery, the cigar, room, the beds being heated up. And then just like the beds being heated up, heat also brought destruction. The tree crashed down, brought fire. And then we kind of work our way back down, progressively going through the nursery again, the kitchen again, and et cetera, et cetera. I just thought that was a really cool way to build up the story and then come right back down off of the top of that crest of the mountain, which is really well done. The vocoder, like I said, was really cool as well. And the manipulation of the voice to, sound like this computer that's used, basically running the house, kind of like a Jetson situation. And then to hear it begin to malfunction and become dysfunctional and warp under the flames and go this way and that way. And I could definitely see, like, to me, why that would be scary. The eeriest part of this is actually the emptiness of a lot of this. It's not really filled with a lot. The narration is great. I love that the narration is really the main through line. But there's a lot of space musically in here. And I feel like that's what's kind of creepy about it, is because of so much space, the moments where there is something happening, it makes it stand out even more, kind of skittering in the shadows, kind of looming in the darkness. You can barely see it, but something's off. There's something very uncanny about it. Even something as kind of innocent as the little mechanical mice that would come out and clean the house, even their sounds were a little creepy. And describing like their pink eyes disappearing into the walls and everything. The dog that comes in, of course, that's naturally creepy and scary and heartbreaking. And then the mice clean up the dog as well. And there's a burst of flames in the furnace below. I think that this is just a very, very well done story. And incredibly played and constructed with the music around it as well. This was really, really cool to listen to. I enjoyed that a lot. Alan, thank you for the recommendation and the suggestion with that, because I just thought that was a really cool listen. I see you, Alan. I see you there, bud. Creepy and sad at the same time. Above all, when the house screams. Maybe teach us that man-made thing can have a soul too. That was awful even for 1977. Like awful good? Like awful like it was scary? Or awful like, you're wrong. If that's what But that was a really cool kind of play on like a haunted house. You know what? This reminds me of a dysfunctional smart house. There's only going to be a sliver of a subsection of you that remember the movie Smart House. That was a Disney original. most people are not going to know what the heck I'm talking about. This was Smart House. No one knows Smart House. That was one of my favorite movies when I was a kid. Anyways, Alan, thank you so much for the recommendation. Thank you for sharing that with us. And it was really good following along with that story. At first, I thought I was going to have to actually look up like lyrics or what was directly being said. But that actually, the short story actually worked perfectly once I kind of figured out where we were. And then we could kind of go along with it. So that was great. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support as well. I hope that you enjoyed listening to that. Have a wonderful day. And I'll see you all later. You better stop talking about chat.